got no job, and you ain't got shit to do.
Welcome to another episode of the Paid Day Off podcast. I'm here with Jamaree today. I'm trying to get my fucking cord right, bro.
Get your shit together.
This is like a emergency pod
has to be done
because of the current circumstances that are going on right now in hip hop. So we decided to kind of sit down today, especially after Drake dropped that shit last night. So
that's funny.
We would have had Terrence here, but Terrence is actually in Puerto Rico,
living his best life,
Turning
island
up.
boy.
Yeah, so that nigga doing what he do. But yeah, we here though. So set my drink down for a second.
It's tense in here.
Woo! All right, bro. I honestly don't even know where the fuck to begin, bro.
I mean, shit. Let's see. We can start all the way from the beginning, 'cause we ain't covered shit on it.
Mm-hmm.
Start with J. Cole responding, and then bowing out, and then
We would have to start with like that,
yeah. I mean, you can start with like that.
technically, because
That is the beginning.
yeah, since that's the beginning, which
Is you like that?
yeah, niggas know about that bomb, as J. Cole said, that bomb that was dropped.
Bomb dropped on the rap game.
Yeah, I think.
What's your take on the act? Well, wait, what? I'm trying to think. Like that, was it good or was it okay? Like a mediocre verse?
Okay, so I had this conversation last night with Troy and in the group chat, and I said, I was like that is really not, in terms of like a diss, it's not a great diss from on Kendrick's part. It's a good ass song though. The song is hard.
I don't even think. See, I don't even want to call it a diss. It's more so I'm calling you out.
Yeah.
And I want you to respond so we can go back and forth. A diss is on some like that Chris Brown shit that dropped.
Facts.
That's a diss.
Yeah.
This is more so, hey, I don't like you. Let's rap.
Yeah.
And he throw some jabs, and you knew who he was talking about without saying actual names, and it was like, okay. And then the beat was hard.
That's what I'm saying. The beat was hard. It's funny. Me and T-Rat eating a couple weeks ago, and the day after, I messaged him. I was like, bro, I sent him like that, and I said, did they play this last night? I don't remember because we were drinking and shit. And he said, nah, I don't think they played it. I said, bro, I legit would have had an outer body experience if they put that shit on the club. Because the beat is so fucking hard, bro. Like, the drop is fire. Like, Kendrick did his thing on there, but honestly, Future did his thing on that bitch too. Like, that is a good ass song.
Shit, Metro did his thing on there. He
On the
didn't even
beat, yeah,
rap.
fact. So that's a good. It's just an overall good song. But in terms of it actually being a diss, that shit is not. It's not really anything.
I don't think
it's just like you said. It's more like a call out.
It's a call out, and I feel like every last one of them called each other out. When Cole dropped his version, dropped his quote unquote diss, that was more so like I'm calling you out. I'm gonna say some things about you, like you did. And then when Drake dropped his, it was like, okay, he ain't really. He tried to get disrespectful. He called him a bitch, and he called him a pussy actually.
You talking about
Drake?
Drake?
Yeah, he called him a bitch. He called him a pussy. He was calling out his name crazy. Cole, he didn't do that.
Yeah.
He just pointed out certain things that honestly are true. That he just recanted a lot of things because he's just like, I'm cool.
He didn't get disrespectful or anything like that. But
nah, but it made him feel like he was getting to the point where he would have had to. Because I mean, this is going to be like a, it's going to be like Jay-Z and Nas when they was beefing. That's what I feel like it's going to be.
This is definitely going to go down in history as one of the larger beefs.
Especially if Kendrick actually responds. How about he don't respond? And he just be like, I'm cool.
Matter of fact, let's skip forward to that because basically.
Because the nigga ain't responded yet. It's been a week.
Yeah, so Drake dropped his shit. He dropped his first one. Then he dropped the shit last night with the AI, Tupac.
That shit's
Dogg
just comedy.
Yeah, that shit was funny. I'm not gonna
That's
lie.
like on some Rick Ross responding to Drake. That's the type of shit that felt like. Just clowning. Like, in both songs, they were just clowning each other.
I'm just wondering why he hasn't dropped yet.
I feel like, I don't know, everything with Kendrick's tactical. Like, the nigga might drop a song. He might hop on a feature. You won't hear from that nigga for like 3 months.
That's what I was saying. I was like, bro, I was like, okay, so he came out on a feature And then I don't know. We're gonna hear from him again in 18 months.
I mean, shit. I mean, he didn't put a timetable on when he wanted Drake to respond.
So I don't really know. Yeah.
I mean, because he's not the one that told him to respond. He just called him out,
Bro,
and we expected him to Drake to respond.
That's
fast.
that's not how that shit works. You can't just call somebody out and expect them not to respond.
It's 2024
and go. Well, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? I didn't tell you had to respond, nigga. You just called me out. What the fuck you mean? And so Drake did his due diligence he called him out. Drake did his. Right now, Drake is up.
But I'm saying Kendrick didn't say, "Hey, you have to respond back in 24 hours." Like, it wasn't no timetable. Drake could have responded 3 months from now to the nigga. It was just, I'm gonna point my shot.
I got you. But why the fuck would he do that? This is fresh and new. Niggas don't want to hear this 3 months from now. That's cool and all, but
I mean,
niggas aren't trying to wait around for something like that.
When Heart Part 4 came out and Kendrick dissed, I can't even figure out who he was actually dissing. But he was either talking to Big Sean or Drake in that moment, and none of them really responded to that shit.
Bro, that was not like a direct type ass diss like this, like what's going on right now. Like the industry wasn't in shambles like it is right now about niggas are like, yo, what are you gonna say? Like everyone's like, cause okay, this is a conversation that we had last night because Troy said maybe we need to call Troy now.
My thing is, before you call him, do you think people are starving for the back and forth because hip hop, as far as from the men's point of view, is dead? They're looking for something, yes. And then when they finally get something, they're like, I need it.
100%.
Versus it happening, and let's just say music was popping right now, hip hop was popping, and this was going on. People wouldn't be thriving for a response back so fast. They'd be more chill. Like, I don't know if that plays a factor, but that's what I'm more getting at. Like, I feel like since hip hop is dead on the men's side, everyone wants a response. But it's like, how about if hip hop wasn't dead on the men's side? People probably wouldn't want to respond. They wouldn't care if they got a response back instantly. They'd probably be more like, okay, we gonna wait and see what he say.
I think no matter what time this happens, that people are going to be eager for a response. The reason why is because of who it is. So we're not talking about like Gunna and Lil Baby beef and like that. Of course, that was a thing, but nobody really gives a fuck about that. Like as much as you got the two niggas at the top of the game who are considered amongst the greatest of all time, and they're going head to head. People are going to be eager for that, no matter if we're talking about now or last year or whatever.
See, we was younger when Nas and Jay-Z was beefing. I wonder what the timetable was between the disses that they was dropping. Like, was they going back and forth? I don't know. Because that's when hip-hop, as far as men culture, was popping. So when was the timetable in which who was dissing who? Because maybe it wasn't a week. Maybe nigga might have dissed somebody 1 week, and then you might have heard back from him like a month later. And you'd be like, shit.
I'm pretty sure the timeline wasn't like that.
It probably wasn't. Because Biggie and Tupac, them niggas was...
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it was on some... Of course, you didn't have the internet there to like fuel that shit. So that's different because you got niggas sitting in your comments being like, yo, bitch, what the fuck is you doing?
You hear that shit on the radio, you're like, okay, I got to come up with something. I'm finna come up with something. Drop a bomb on their ass.
So now we're sitting around waiting. Okay, like, Kendrick, what the fuck? It's been a week.
I mean, a week ain't that long. Drake took 2. Drake took 3.
Bitch, and what's going on?
Drake took 3 weeks.
Drake is not the one who did the initial dissing.
I know, but I'm saying Drake took 3 weeks to respond. So, I mean, we got to have some type of patience. All I'm
going to say is okay, I'm wondering what the fuck this nigga Drake got going on, because if you got that many people in the industry not fucking with you.
Yeah, it ain't got nothing to do with no women. I'm going to tell you that now. You piss somebody off like that, it's got to do with money. Money.
They all rich, though.
But money, recognition, feeling like you on top, but really we the ones that's what I feel like. I heard someone say that it's more, I feel like everyone don't like you because you feel like you're up here, which is cool, you are up here, but you don't like credit people along the way. Like Ross, he promoted you. Like he's one of the reasons you are where you are.
That's not the case, bro.
Wayne,
bro,
Birdman.
He credits everybody.
He credits
bro.
Wayne a lot, but that's the only person really.
Literally on fucking Rick Ross's diss, he plays a snippet of Drake shouting him out at a concert. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, I don't think that's it. Drake is not a nigga who's not giving niggas their recognition. Honestly, there's a better chance of it being about a woman than it is money, in my opinion. When you get to that status, you got a better chance of beefing over a woman over a female.
There's so many girls.
I got you, but listen, money is what is money is? We're all rich. So unless I'm not saying niggas gonna get fucked over for millions and shit like that. Like they're gonna be mad, but I don't think it's that. I think there's a better chance of women because yes, there's millions of women, but when you get your feelings involved,
what do rich people actually beef about?
Women, bro.
I should ask Siri.
Women.
Hey Siri, what do rich people beef about? It says houses. Well, I don't fucking know.
Women.
That's
bro.
crazy.
Women and just like ego shit, power.
But it's so crazy because Ross, them niggas was like this.
So we thought.
I mean, shit, they made songs together. That's the only nigga that Drake actually made songs consistently with. Like hopped on the track and was like, and don't got a tape with.
Yeah, and I'm just pissed because now we ain't ever gonna get that album.
You ain't never gonna get it, but you get back and forth. Ross might drop another song.
That's not what I want. I'm gonna be real. I didn't even. I personally, I wasn't even crazy about Rick Ross's first diss.
I thought it was funny to me. The shit was fire to me.
I didn't think it was bad. Don't get me wrong. But I wasn't crazy about it. But then again, he was rapping. He did his thing.
He rapped though.
But I don't know. I want a
more comedy.
Yeah, I want a good beat. I don't even think the shit that the first one that Drake dropped the
one that Drake dropped wasn't that good either though. He said he addressed everybody.
He said some shit though.
He said a lot of shit in it. But as far as like the beat selection, he could have did better.
That's personally. What it is. I'm like, I need like this is way different than when we were talking about like going back to the Drake and Meek beef.
Oh yeah, because when he dropped back to back, that beat was fire.
Yeah. I don't know if this would you consider this as bad as that beef?
Would I consider this as bad as that? No, because that beef was stimulated based off of the fact that you have ghostwriters. So for Drake, his credibility was ruined. This is more personal. They haven't liked each other in fucking 12 years.
I feel like that would make it worse, wouldn't it? That is personal.
Nah. Because the Meek shit, I forgot why he even announced that he had ghostwriters. I don't remember exactly why.
I can't remember how that was fueled either.
Because he said why, and I don't remember. But the fact that I'm exploiting you for having ghostwriters, and then now niggas are looking into all your credits, finding out Quentin Miller wrote a lot of your shit, that nigga getting jumped. That shit's worse than this. Ain't nobody getting hands put on him. Quentin Miller got his ass whooped for that shit.
Facts, which was stupid as shit.
Dumb. So
we're entering into that era now with people, especially with an artist like Drake. Nobody gives a fuck about them having a ghostwriter.
No, bro. Music is music. Unless you're a real hip hop head and like lyrics, Drake is Drake. He's an artist first and a rapper second. Well, actually, no, he is a rapper, but he's not an MC. He's not that. You can't put him in that category.
I feel like that's
they're different. Cause like Black Thought is an MC and he's a great one, but he's not a good rapper because his music don't sound good. Like he
okay, got you. So you're saying like, when you're saying MC, you're talking about like
lyrical.
a rapidy rap.
Yeah, like lyrics. Like when you battle rappers, they're MCs technically. They just if you put them on a beat, niggas can't rap say their damn life. But if they could put bars together and they could put it together, like for example, Wayne, if he wasn't able to rap, or no, Los. King Los, nigga could rap his ass off, but he couldn't rap on every beat, and he couldn't make a good song. And where is he now? All the niggas wanted to be Wayne, and they couldn't be Wayne. They all wanted to rap like Wayne, but they couldn't get on beats and make good songs. Wayne actually made mainstream music, and it sounded fire.
My bad. I thought I was asking for a second.
I don't know.
I think Drake definitely doesn't get enough credit. That he does not get as much credit as he deserves.
And it's not to say he's not a writer, because he writes his own lyrics.
He does.
But he doesn't write all of them. But I think if we're going to say which beef is worse, the Meek Mill one was worse. We just didn't get a back and forth. We got a back to back.
Facts.
The Kendrick shit, it could get worse. If niggas start doing physical harm to each other, it could get worse. Mm-hmm. Which I think they could take it there. I don't think they will. But I think Drake in LA, if Kendrick starts getting like on that level disrespectful, Drake might not want to go to LA like that.
Okay. So right now, nah.
Not to where he's not safe, but he gotta like look around and make sure he good.
Bro, this nigga moves like the president. What are we talking about?
But I know he does.
Wait, hold up, nigga.
I know he moves like the president.
I got you. I'm saying,
it's LA.
Are you trying to insinuate that?
Not saying he gonna get killed.
You saying Kendrick gonna put like some type of like?
No, try and get someone to put the beats on that nigga.
Nobody is going to do that to Drake, nigga.
Hey, they could try. They might not be able to do it, but they could try.
I can promise you this nigga Drake is not looking over. Bro, he has, the nigga moves with like 6, 7, 8 people, like big ass bodyguards.
I know.
Along with his entourage. Like, you know how. I'm
not saying you could get to him, but I'm saying they're going to try.
My point being is a nigga doesn't have to worry about anything.
You wouldn't be smart to try, but you could try. Just saying. I don't know. It's LA. Remember that.
He's fine. I can't stress you enough. Nobody's going to get actually physically hurt in this type of thing.
It's possible. I ain't gonna say that. They be at shows, like, bro, they could be at the same shows together.
They're not gonna fight each other.
What if they did though?
If that would be dope as shit.
Who winning?
Nigga, Drake.
You don't got Kung Fu Kenny?
The fuck?
That nigga
like what, fight like 5'5" or
Hey,
something?
that nigga know karate.
You know, honestly, actually, you know what? I feel like Kendrick might be able to scrap a little bit.
He got some hands. He from Compton.
Yeah, he probably can't scrap a little bit.
Nigga had to fight his way out of Compton. That nigga, hey.
Okay.
Just saying. He came from his grandmama, his mama van to this. Got to be able to fight.
So anyway, right now we would say, obviously Drake is up because Kendrick hasn't dropped anything else. Drake is up. What would he be up to? 2-0 right now?
No. I wouldn't say he's up. I would say it's a tie still.
How the fuck is it a tie?
Because like that is still fire.
Nigga, you just told me that you don't even think that's a diss.
No. I don't think it's a diss. But if we gonna go based off lyrics, Kendrick actually said some shit where he was like, "Oh shit, okay," but it's more of a call out because it's still a call out is technically speaking a diss, but it's just not. He wasn't on the disrespectful shit like how when Drake responded, he was trying to get disrespectful. But Drake called out everybody, though.
Bro, I think that is what constitutes him as being the winner in this.
I don't know. I call it a draw.
A draw? Nigga, how?
And if you want to say Drake's up, he'd be up 2-1.
So you think that? So okay. So you think it was?
I think like that. His first diss was a draw, so they both have 1-1.
And you think this right now? You're just waiting on a response for this.
Yeah. And then right about now, Drake just clowned the nigga, so he up right now.
I think Drake has won on both sides. Now.
What about Cole?
Nigga, what are we talking about?
Hey, my nigga responded. Don't act like he ain't respond. You can still find that shit on YouTube.
He recanted his response. I'm actually kind of pissed that Terrence is not here right now.
But he still responded.
Because
Terrence tried to call that nigga a bitch because he apologized.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. He felt bad. That's his brother. He was like, nah, bro, I didn't mean none of that. He meant all that shit. I promise you he meant all that shit. I promise you he meant all that shit. Because everything made sense, nigga. The first album is classic. Your last shit was tragic. But he didn't say it was trash. He just said it was tragic because the numbers, they wasn't there. Nigga, you took 5 years off to come out with some shit and it didn't do numbers. Nigga did 112 sales, 112,000 sales first week. Nigga, you been gone for 5 years. That's tragic. Nigga stopped listening to it. Then he said your second shit, put niggas to sleep, but they gassed it.
His first week sales on Mr. Morale was 295.
Yeah, that's for 5 years off, nigga. That ain't.
I can confidently say that was a fucking good album.
It was a good album. But he didn't say it was trash. He just said it was tragic. Like, nigga, 5 years, and everyone stopped listening to your shit after like a week or two. Nigga, no one talked about it. And your second shit was he said that shit put niggas to sleep and they gassed it, which is facts. Nigga, that shit was not that good.
You talking about To Pimp a Butterfly, nigga?
Yes.
Okay.
He said it. He said what I said.
I don't give a fuck if J. Cole's
And then he said the third shit was that shit was major. That shit was huge.
Nigga, people call To Pimp a Butterfly that's arguably one of the greatest
which is
rap albums.
Crazy.
Actually, I'll take that back. Just in terms of albums in general and production, that's arguably one of the greatest albums.
Production, yes.
Of this generation.
Album, no. Production, yes. I'll give you that. That shit was Shit was put together beautifully, but the actual album, no, I don't like. I don't. Mm-mm. If we're gonna go based off a ratio of songs, and I'm gonna give it a grade, no.
Okay, I really can't even argue with that because I don't. It's like talking to a fucking wall.
Just saying. Just saying.
That makes no sense to me.
It do. It's fucking. If I like 6 songs out of 12 of them, I only like half the album. That means the album wasn't really good,
nigga. Because you like 6 songs,
nigga. But I'm just saying. Nigga, everyone has their own opinion. If I like 6 songs, how many other people just like 6 songs?
Nigga, you listen to Tusi.
Nigga, I ain't listened to that nigga since.
The fuck?
I ain't listened to that nigga in so long. Nigga, I listen to J. Cole.
Did you listen to Tory Lanez?
I do, and that nigga's one of the great. That nigga better than Drake. Stop playing. I stand on that comment. That nigga's better than Drake. That's not even a lie. Drake is just a bigger artist. The nigga been out for over a decade. The nigga's just a way bigger artist. He had Wayne pushing him. Nigga, Tory had Interscope. Just saying. You play album for album. Who got better albums? Not Drake.
Okay.
I'm just hey, I'm just saying certain things. You let me know if they're true. But to me, that's what I believe.
What are you comparing this to?
Who, Tory Lanez and Drake? I'm comparing Tory Lanez and Drake.
I'm saying like in terms of like what albums for album like are you considering?
Any of them. Any of the albums. Take any album that Tory's has put out. That's an actual album, not a mixtape. Actual album. Tory Lanez albums are better than Drake's albums. And I feel like, and this is where I get in this argument. Drake knows he can't sing that good. Tory can actually sing. Drake, he might be able to outbar Tory. I think he can.
I will say,
I think Tory can't outbar Drake.
I don't want you to think that I think because you know I got respect for Tory Lanez as an artist. I don't like all of his music to the point where you do, but I do know that nigga can rap his ass off.
He can.
And he can sing. But I won't Drake can rap his ass off too, and he can sing.
Drake out. I think if we went bar for bar, Drake is gonna beat him in a bar for bar because that nigga actually. I don't know.
I think bar for bar. I think that if Tory Lanez is really trying, I think he in this case I'm gonna say Tory Lanez would probably be better than Drake.
I've never actually heard him like. I don't know, like even like Florida shit. He was just flowing on the beat. He didn't necessarily say much of anything. He was just flowing.
I just think back to like his freestyle, like on Funk Flex and shit like that.
Oh yeah, that shit was hard.
Yeah, like I'm like this nigga can rap. So,
but if we're gonna go better artist, I believe Tory Lanez is a better artist. He just hasn't been out as long as Drake has been out.
Okay.
And he didn't have a Wayne or Birdman endorsing him or a Trey Songz endorsing him. The nigga did everything on his own. That's the difference. Well, he had Jacquees. I mean, but that nigga Jacquees, Trey Songz, Jacquees, Trey Songz. Trey Songz.
All right, well, this ain't the Tory Lanez pod, so I'm gonna leave that alone.
I thought you was calling Troy.
I was about to call Troy. You told me not to at first.
Oh, now you called a nigga. See what his take is on all of this.
Ah, man.
Because I don't know. I think Drake's up, but it ain't by much. That's what I say.
I told Troy to stay by the phone.
Watch this nigga not answer. I wonder if he can hear us through the mics.
Yo.
What's good?
What up?
What's up, bro?
Oh, you can hear him, right?
I can hear him.
All right, cool. So we having a conversation right now, obviously about everything that's going on. First and foremost, who's up? What's the score right now?
The score? I mean, technically, you got to go Drake. Got his foot on the gas right now. He had the one response, and then he just put out the other one last night. So yeah, 2-1, I guess. See? If you even want to count K-Dots as a point, I mean, I don't know. I don't really keep score with it.
Now, as far as the whole J. Cole situation.
Okay.
He a bitch?
Nah, bro.
That nigga T was tweaking when he said
and I actually hate that narrative too, because he just decided he didn't want any parts of this. So why is that a bad thing? I understand as the rap fan being like, oh damn, I wanted to see them go at it, but just on a human level, as a man, he was just like, yeah, this ain't for me. This feels out of character for me. So let me just tell the world I'm out.
A good thing.
I don't see anything wrong with it.
This is one of those situations I wish T was here because he was super fucking passionate about that.
That nigga was mad as
He was
fuck.
like, bro, you're a bitch for that. That's what he was.
Yeah, but his opinion on that is I have to take with a grain of salt because he doesn't even listen to J. Cole. So he just wants to see beef. He just wants to see drama.
Me, I want to see Kendrick and J. Cole make an album together, so I don't need them niggas beefing.
Right.
I think.
Yeah, I want to see them work together.
Yeah, I need a song after all of this.
No, I feel you. Yeah, I think that was probably the mature thing to do. That honestly, I wasn't tripping that much about it because I was like, this is kind of like in line with what J. Cole's like whole thing is. You know what I'm saying? It's like honestly, I was kind of surprised when he did the diss.
Me too.
So that was more surprising to me than when he apologized. I was like, him apologizing. I was just like, oh, okay, this nigga apologized.
Yeah, I didn't really think much of it. I was just like, okay. I mean, it's probably the best thing for him to do. He probably shouldn't have said anything to begin with.
I agree. Yeah, that was
not his lane.
Yeah, not facts. That was a whole other thing. So
if he was gonna respond, he should have responded like how he did like to Wale and Kanye and them. Shit, he got to respond back to Kanye now if that song ever dropped.
Oh my god,
Did you hear,
that was so silly.
You heard the Kanye shit?
Yeah, that was silly. I was just like, all right, why are we listening to anything Ye is saying right now?
He just wanted to insert himself.
Yeah, because he's goated, so he's like, yo, y'all gonna talk about me?
Nah, facts. I listened to it, so
he said, I got something for y'all.
Yeah, Kanye
this?
is Kanye, but he has nothing to do with this.
Okay, so since we got you on the phone, what about the latest, the Snoop Dogg? This I ain't gonna lie, this AI shit
getting out of hand.
The Drake diss,
like I don't even know what's real and what's not. So, like,
man, that shit was creative as hell, bro.
That was.
I'm not gonna hold you.
That boy Drake wrote the verse, recorded the verse, and then changed the voices to sound like them niggas.
Yeah, you could tell it's Drake rapping too.
That's literally what we were saying. I was like, bro, you could tell that's him rapping. Like you know Drake's style of rapping.
Yeah,
the way like he'll end a verse and shit. That I was like, oh, that's him.
Right.
Yeah, you're like, oh, that's him.
Nah, he bodied that shit.
Nah, he
and
did.
I don't know if it was all his idea or if his team was helping him with it, but whoever came up with that shit, it was on point.
AI is crazy.
As a rap fan, somebody who's just entertained by the combat sport it is like the competitive sport it is. I was entertained, bro. I don't want to see it go to like some serious shit where people's lives are in danger, but as a rap fan, I'm like, yo, that shit was creative, bro.
I was telling Jamaree, I was like, no, nothing's gonna come of this. Like, there's not gonna be any fights.
Maybe they'll schedule a boxing match.
Jamaree said, there's not.
Hey, that
fights,
should be crazy.
Jamaree said he was like, bro, I think he's like Drake better watch out when he's in LA. I said, nigga, Drake moves like
Drake is Drake, bro.
I'm like Drake.
Right, Drake is gonna get loved everywhere he goes.
Yeah. Nobody's gonna give a fuck about.
Everybody loves Drake.
Yeah,
they do love.
I'm like, you gonna have one motherfucker who gonna crash out and pull a pistol out in the crowd to shoot this nigga Drake over a beef between him and Kendrick Lamar.
That's wild.
Using
nigga is
Tupac
not worth it.
AI vocals.
Low key, this whole situation is just fucked. I don't know. I guess I think Kendrick probably gonna just let this shit die out or try to let this shit die out.
Honestly, I think it was
like Drake said, nah.
That
shit had me rolling.
I was dying, bro. I was dying.
And that's why he's so great, because he can really like tap into people's emotions in that way.
Yeah.
Where it's like, yo, that shit was funny.
Bro, I was legit like in the car listening to that shit.
He pulled the Ross.
I was dying.
He took a card out of Ross's book at 50 book.
How so?
Because 50 be clowning niggas like that, and Ross did the same shit to
50
him.
do be doing that shit. Yeah, he also he's the art of trolling. I think, like you said, Drake just kind of knows what's gonna what people are gonna respond to and react to. Because when I heard that, I was like, oh, this nigga's so funny, bro. He's like,
exactly.
nah.
You gotta remember, he's an actor, bro. He's a full blown entertainer.
Nah, facts.
He's not just a rapper. He's not just a singer. Like he does it all.
Yeah.
He bring that ass here.
Yeah,
bro. He said, I know you in that NY apartment stressing out, my boy.
He said, you better come with a double, triple
entendre.
Quadruple entendre.
So shit, I can't even
I don't even understand. Bro, he's what's the word? Disarming Kendrick. Like, what is he gonna do now?
Well, yeah.
What could he possibly say?
Correct. That was the thing.
I mean, the only thing
he literally said he was like, he had Snoop Dogg and Tupac obviously
said
AI
everything
shit.
for him. He said, "Call him a bitch for me." Talk about him liking young girls as a kid.
He tried to pull a Eminem.
Yep,
From
exactly.
8 Mile.
Yeah,
but Kendrick could come out and actually say why he don't like that nigga. That's the one thing he still has that he can use.
The thing with this is Drake can't lose because he has the public's favor on his side. Like everybody loves Drake.
Shit,
it's like all the women want to be with him. Mm-hmm. All the dudes think he's the best rapper. You know, the best artist, whatever you want to call it.
My mom don't give a fuck what Kendrick says. She's still on Team Drake.
He's just
cause.
Yeah, bro. Drake just you can't beat him. He's fucking Thanos, bro. Yeah. When it comes to this, like Kendrick, Drake will probably never drop a body of work that's more important to me than To Pimp a Butterfly. But as far as a rap battle, like, you know, diss track for diss track, that's not really what I go to Kendrick for. Drake is going to be more entertaining in that every time.
And not in today's
He's just so great at what he does. Yeah, you got to be entertaining. Drake is like, we're not in 1993 or whenever fucking Hit 'Em Up came out. Like, where we're shocked by him saying, "That's why I fucked your bitch, you fat motherfucker." Like, nah, bro, you got to be creative. You got to come up with something new. With this AI shit, the way he reacted to, it sounds like I'm Drake glazing right now. I promise I'm not glazing.
It's just funny because you were saying you were getting on Farnham about glazing Drake yesterday.
Yeah, I know. No, just because of the way he be doing it, I'm just like, bro, stop. Bro, he's the fucking greatest. Blah blah blah. Like, and he does that and he in the process of that he discredits Kendrick or anybody else. My whole thing is I can admit, I love Kendrick. Everybody knows that. I love To Pimp a Butterfly, whatever. But I can still admit, like, Drake is goated.
Well, yeah, two things can be true at once.
He doesn't even listen to Kendrick.
He doesn't listen to
so that's why his opinion is just biased.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, he listens to Drake and Post Malone. And 50 Cent.
That right there is why Drake already won.
Exactly.
He's more entertaining than those two.
Way more entertaining.
That's literally the definition, the epitome of the people's champ. It's like, no matter what Kendrick comes back and said, he just can't lose, bro.
Like Drake, when Kendrick came back,
it was really setting in last night, bro. As I was listening, I was like, "There's nothing he can say.
There's nothing he can say, bro." So
I might hear it and be like, "All right, that shit was fire," but
yeah,
I can't imagine him coming out with something where I'm like, "Ooh,
that's
he got him like this
drop
one."
an ether.
I don't see it happening, bro. I'm like, it makes me want.
Could he though?
He
would really have. Bro,
he'd have to get witty. That's what Drake said. You got to get witty. Come up with some shit that I don't even understand for it to for you to be able to come back.
But even that is a troll. He's not even serious in that. Because if he goes like lyrical miracle, nobody's gonna give a fuck.
Nobody. Yeah, he's gonna have to. It's gonna have to be like low blows.
He need Metro to come on.
You know what Drake has mastered? Drake mastered doing the. He has bars that you have to decode like the lyrical miracle shit, but it's just straightforward. He just says it. He delivers it as straightforward and surface level. Mm-hmm. But then if you really, all the YouTube,
you're like, bloggers
and shit.
He delivers it in a way that makes it palatable, but then also it's like there's still a deeper meaning behind that.
Right.
That's
where you're like, wait, nigga, what?
It's like listening to J. Cole, because Cole do that a lot too. Not as much as Drake, but
I can't agree with that.
You can't. They're not in the same ballpark, bro. Like Drake is different than Kendrick. Drake is different than Cole.
I mean, yeah, they're all different.
They're all different in their own way. Yeah.
Cole's.
That's why it's like, oh, who's better? Who's this? No, I don't see it as that. They can be better at different things.
It's who do you like?
Like more? Drake could never put out To Pimp a Butterfly.
Nah, never.
No, it's just not his lane.
Or even like a good kid in Mad City.
Shit, he couldn't put out a fucking KOD. He couldn't put out a all season.
He could put out a KOD.
Nah.
KOD
he can't talk about that.
KOD is one of J. Cole's weaker albums.
But he can't talk about the topics that they talk about. So
why?
Because
he could talk about on KOD. He could talk about like kids on drugs and shit and all that type of stuff.
But he was talking about kids on drugs. Opinion. He was talking about.
He could make a song about his mom.
He was talking about a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
I don't know if it comes. I don't think it would come across the same.
True. That's true.
It would come off different.
At least at this point.
Especially since the nigga from Toronto.
Well, yeah, after knowing Drake for what we know him, of course it would.
Yeah. That would be weird.
Yeah, he's in his lane. They're all in their own lane. So I think this is good for rap. This is the last thing I'm going to ask you. Jamaree's like, will we care about this if this was a couple years ago when shit was at its peak, he goes, do you only give a fuck about this because like the game is kind of like dry right now? I told him, I said, I think this doesn't matter no matter when it drops.
Like
this type of beef.
I was pretty much saying like how hip hop from the men's perspective is like died down. Like girls run the game, but how about men were actually on top of their shit like it was? We'll just go say 10 years ago when shit was popping and they started beefing where people be rushing for a response like, oh, we need one now, because there's shit going on versus now there's nothing really going on, nothing's popping. So now they're beefing. Everyone's like, oh shit, we need to hear something. This is real hip hop. We need to hear something. Like, would we be rushing for a response if hip hop wasn't as dead as it is?
I think yes. I think because of the magnitude of artists that are doing this.
That's what I was saying.
I just think, and everybody would be like, oh shit, and it's like the way that it's dropping too. It's like, oh, it's AI. Oh, do we know if it's real? Is it real? It's leaked. Oh, he dropped it on his Instagram. That he actually just changed the game in that way, where it's like it has to come directly from their Instagram.
It keeps you guessing.
Yeah, no, because if it's on, it has to be directly on the Instagram or on their YouTube. Because
and then the comments are limited on the Instagram,
shit. I saw
so it's
that.
like only people on his side.
Yeah. So it's like there's
that shit's crazy,
but
bro.
The only thing that will speak for it is the likes. So it's like other than that, there's nothing that anybody else can say.
And everyone's just guessing.
She got like 2 million likes.
Facts.
Is it not? I don't know.
He's.
That's like that Kendrick diss that you heard that they said was AI. Was it AI or was that really him?
That was AI,
I was really hoping that was him too.
Because, bro, if that was
too.
him, that shit was hard.
That shit was super hard.
That shit was hard.
Yes.
Yo, the way if it would have kept going, it was like, okay, you about to get into
yeah.
Bro,
I was like, this is hard. And then when I found out, I was like, oh my god. And then you said the nigga who made it. I said, oh my god.
Bro.
The fuck?
Yeah. And then he has other tracks too. He had one for Kanye. Like it's just like,
yeah, bro. This AI shit's getting out of control, bro. This is the thing, bro. Drake, there's no denying he has like cracked the code as to how to like maneuver this shit, bro.
I don't think he did. I think people around him did.
Okay, I'm using him as the representative.
I'm just saying, like,
okay,
like
he's the face of it. So his team, how do you want it? Huh?
So I 100% agree. He's cracked the code. I just don't like the narrative that, oh, Kendrick's not as good as we thought he was, blah, blah, blah. No, bro, he's still one of the greatest to ever do it.
Most definitely.
He's just not in this lane. Like, he can't fuck with Drake in that way.
Yeah.
Like, in this battle, like, humiliation. All right, who has the most fans on Instagram? Who can create the most creative? Who can come up with the most creative way to diss you? Mm-hmm. He's just not as good as Drake in that.
No.
I don't think.
He's not.
So it's like, I just don't want people to run with a narrative like, oh, I'm not going to listen to Kendrick the same anymore. No, nigga. This nigga put out To Pimp a Butterfly. It had nothing to do with like dissing and shit. But I can understand why people would say that because he's the one who kind of initiated it.
He is initiating it. So, yeah. That's what I was telling you last night. I was
as far as battle, nah, you can't really talk like that.
That's why I was confused because everyone's like, because I get where you're coming from, but I'm like, bro, if you're not in this lane, then why the fuck did you say something?
I mean,
good point.
But I just thought about this when he made the Control verse, he put that out there, he disappeared.
yes, and that
so it's not like wasn't dissing anybody,
yeah, Control verse really wasn't dissing. He honestly,
not disrespectful.
Yeah,
at
he
all.
honestly was giving props to niggas like, yo, but like I love y'all boys, but I'm trying to come at y'all next. Like I'm trying to like.
But every time someone responded, he never responded. He stopped responding.
He didn't respond because he wasn't trying to diss them on that. On this particular verse, he's like, man, fuck the big three. I'm like, I'm the only one. Which honestly, even then, I don't fucking know.
He said what he said because he felt like they dissed him.
Is that why? Though? Do we know that for a fact?
I mean, bro, think about it. Think about the way the song started. I thought about this, whether it's true or not, whether it's a reach or not. They said me and Drizzy as big as the Super Bowl. Kendrick did the Super Bowl, and it was a big thing. Them two,
I think that's a reach. That's a
reach. But I'm just saying,
J. Cole literally said we like the big three.
Yes,
he did say it, but then a couple bars later, after the Muhammad Ali bar, he said the Spider-Man meme is me looking at Drake. And he discredited Kendrick out of the whole equation.
I think you're reaching.
I think that's a reach,
it's like, what was he supposed to say? The Spider-Man meme is me looking at Drake and and Kendrick Lamar.
No, you just don't say it. Just don't say it.
I see where you're going, though.
Because you literally, that is a diss in its own.
I don't think
that's
so.
A shot.
Because it's not a diss.
Okay, well, it's a shot. It's a shot. Like,
it's not a shot.
I mean, I gave you credit and then I discredited you like 4 bars later. That's a shot.
I don't know if he discredited.
I don't think that was discrediting. I think that was
think
just
it was
another
just
part.
like-
He just mentioned
Yeah,
somebody else instead
exactly.
of him.
He just moved on.
That's like if I'm like, fucking, yo, I don't know. God damn it. I'm trying to think of a fucking a way to describe it. I can't even think. That's like if I said something about Troy and then
It's like
you came out of
he said
nowhere.
like paid day off. You were talking about paid day off, and then you just started talking about an episode you and Terrence did together.
Facts. Yeah.
Like you're not discrediting me.
Yeah. It's like he's like, what? He doesn't like Troy because he didn't mention the one that with him, Terrence and Troy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't know.
He credited him.
I don't know. The way
But we've already seen that that's not true based on the way Cole just said, "Nah, I don't want any parts of this."
But we also
He
heard
wasn't
the way
trying to start nothing.
But we heard the way he responded when he did respond.
Jamaree said he
Throughout that whole entire mixtape, the nigga actually was responding to multiple songs.
I didn't listen to that whole thing, so
I didn't listen to the whole thing. But
I think that all that shit was made before that. I think the 7-minute drill part was at the end.
Yeah.
It was like they said he literally wrote it in 7 minutes.
and the nigga ended up.
well, Pricey.
That shit was
I feel
weak.
like Price.
I said this, bro. I really didn't think that shit was that good.
It was weak.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it was weak. I feel like it was too long and everything
Diddy.
was like stressed. Like he didn't get to the point. Like he didn't really say what he wanted to say. He said a couple little things, but then the rest was just him rapping on a beat. He didn't really say too much to
I
Kendrick.
thought it was all.
He kept alluding to what could happen.
Yeah. But yet then
So
he
it
apologized.
was like this is the intro of what's to come.
and
You
then
know, but he said he discredited his discography.
he did do that.
Yeah, and then he tried.
Yeah.
And then he tried to take it back the next day.
Yeah.
Ah.
But
He said,
I think
I'm sorry.
It wasn't a good look. I'm not gonna lie. It wasn't a good look.
I mean, I'm a Cole fan. I'm like, damn, this sucks. But at the same time, I was happy. I was like, fuck it.
I don't think.
I don't listen to him any differently though.
Yeah, I don't either.
I don't.
you a bitch.
I don't listen to any motherfucker any differently. Even with the whole
Like-
Rick Ross thing, adding him into this whole situation.
The only person I listen
I'm just pissed because I'm like, damn, nigga, I really wanted that fucking album.
the only nigga I
Yes.
listen to differently is Isaiah Rashad. But that's for other reasons.
Hey yo.
That's for other
I don't
reasons,
like
though.
this, bro. I don't like this, dog.
That's crazy.
But nah, for real though, this shit is just getting out
Pause
of
for
hand at this
that.
point. Yeah, I just think.
No Diddy.
Wait, wait. So I'm not gonna lie. Rick Ross takes an L, like a big L in this
You
whole
think so?
situation. He's looking pretty corny.
You think
Yeah,
so?
bro. Drake is like a huge part of his career.
I'm not.
He's a big part of his success, bro.
I ain't gonna say that.
His records with Drake.
Cause hustling he made that before Drake. He made a lot of
True.
songs before Drake that were on
Facts.
that may not have been on the charts, but back then music wasn't digital. Music was CDs.
Okay, so let's take all the songs that Drake has or Rick Ross has with Drake on featured on them. Let's take them out and replace them, and or like completely get rid of them.
Just get rid of them.
Let's say you take them out.
He's
Is
still
this-
Rick Ross.
Yeah,
he's
like,
He still got a
he's
bunch
still
of hit
Ross.
songs with Khaled,
Yeah. So I do think 100% that Drake has a.
Ace Hood.
I think Drake really does add a significant type of like
Yeah.
weight to his discography, but at the same time,
You take it away.
I still think Rick Ross is like great in his own right.
I think you
you
take
know how I
Facts.
feel about Rick Ross.
I think you take
Facts.
Drake out of the equation from his discography, and he's still the same person he is now without Drake. Drake doesn't add value to his discography. I
that's
think he
debatable.
just adds songs where you're like, oh shit, I remember that
He
song.
adds value to it. He adds value to it.
But not to where you
I don't-
look at Rick Ross differently.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Well, people were saying that like on like Aston Martin music, they're like, bro, Drake made that song. I think they both equally did
Yeah.
their parts in that like those songs. I'm
Yeah.
like, it's not
It was a
Rick Ross is
collaboration.
not Drake. Drake is not Rick Ross.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Right,
I'm like,
right.
like they that was a combo there. You feel me? I don't know.
Cause
That's
like,
true.
bro, I started looking at Rick Ross discography after Drake did that shit. I'm like, let me see what songs this nigga actually was in, and let me compare it to all the songs that he wasn't in. I was like, this nigga still was making hits with T-Pain and shit. Like, bro,
yeah, it's only like 10 songs max that are like.
not even that. Get rid of the freestyles because the freestyles aren't the biggest songs. Those are like,
I don't
bro,
wanna get rid of Lemon
No,
Pepper
but I'm saying
Freestyle,
Lemon
bro.
Pepper Freestyle isn't like a hustling or a stay scheming. They're not on the same same
still
wave.
hit, though.
Lemon Pepper Freestyle was literally what it was, a freestyle. I just threw this out here. Y'all listen to it.
Shit was still
This is
hard.
rapping.
Shit was
Yeah,
still
he's just
hard.
rapping. That's not an actual song.
I want to. You give me a. You can
It's
give
a
me
song.
You can give me
But
a
it's
whole.
a song, but not like mainstream where
I
you
see
playing
what
on the
you're saying.
radio.
You can give me a whole
I see
album
what
of them
you're
doing that.
Facts. No,
And
we're
I-
never gonna get that.
Never.
Not anymore.
That's what I'm saying. Rick Ross takes the L in that.
You think so?
It was corny. It was corny. Like the whole white boy shit.
That shit was
That
funny.
was corny.
I was in there laughing.
was
That shit
corny.
was funny as
It
hell.
was corny.
It was funny.
What up,
No,
white
it was very-
boy?
It was yeah. He said he got a nose job and a BBL.
Yeah.
He does have a BBL though.
I don't think
He might have a BBL.
He does, bro.
Wait, pause.
He got a 6-pack, bro. He got a
That-
6-pack
that'd be-
from
no,
BBL.
that's liposuction, not
he
a
said.
BBL.
He said that's why you wearing the funny shit that you show, nigga. Whatever. I was like, oh,
It's not. It wouldn't be a BBL.
He
A
called it
BBL
BBL.
is a Brazilian butt lift.
facts. We're talking about like the
Well,
BBL surgery, but on your.
Liposuction.
Well,
Yeah.
wait. Well, he says that he took like the stuff from right here, the stuff from his stomach, and put it back there, so he got a 6-pack. But that's why he
Just-
wearing all that funny shit, so that way you can't see it.
Yeah, calling it a BBL it just sounds funnier. So that's why he did that. Like Rick Ross is really not trying to like put skin in the game in terms of like trying to win a battle. He's literally just trying to be funny and insert himself into the conversation. That's
Like,
literally it.
Yep.
Bruh,
He's
this-
making bread off this shit.
Of course he is, bro. Everything he does is literally just promotion.
Yep.
That's every single Instagram story. It's literally him with a fucking bottle of something in front of him.
They're probably texting each other laughing.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I would not be surprised.
I would not be surprised, bro. So it's like I don't know, but
Bro, the Triller album itself, that's where Rick Ross became Rick Ross, and that was right before Drake.
I think Rick Ross is a great artist. You know how I feel about him. I think that Drake adds, a lot of weight to his catalog, but at the same time, Rick Ross is still Rick Ross.
Here I Am with Nelly,
Yep.
fire.
Yeah.
You got
All right. Back to the big three.
Back to the
We
big
can't
three.
call him that anymore.
But yeah,
J.
no.
Cole better than all the niggas, man.
I guess to wrap this up with you, Troy. Like where does this end?
Where does it end?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Where the fuck does this go?
I don't know.
Like where?
It depends who.
We'll see. We'll see in May. Apparently,
He dropping
Kendrick
the
is
tape.
dropping an album in May. So we'll see.
Maybe that's what he waiting on. Maybe
Yeah,
was-
he might wait. He might wait until then to.
I
Actually
mean, shit.
address
May
it.
is
Which is-
only in like a week or two.
No matter, yeah, which doesn't even matter, and honestly, because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what he says on the album, he lost.
He didn't lose.
He lost.
Can't count
We
him
don't.
out.
You know what? Just because I'm a fan and I want to be
Can't count him
entertained,
out.
I'm gonna say I don't know.
You can't
He
count him
might
out,
come with
bro.
some shit. He might come with some shit that's like a story of Adidon.
I completely agree. I might fuck with
Like,
it heavy,
you
but
will.
on a mass scale, he lost. It doesn't matter.
I can't say that yet.
That's
I
what my
can't say
thoughts
that.
are. Because
He
Drake,
might say some shit like, yo, he might have receipts of like him fucking with a dude or like a tranny.
Bro,
I don't,
so
I don't,
much- there's
I don't
so
see
much shit.
Kendrick going that low.
He
we
could
don't
though.
know. We don't know.
Okay, let's assume he does. I guess there's hope.
Drake finished. If he do that, Drake finished, especially if he got receipts. It's over. You can't
No,
come,
he's
bro.
not
That's as bad
finished.
as Isaiah
No,
Rashad,
he's
nigga. I
not.
don't even think I could listen to you saying.
Literally, the only
I
thing,
wouldn't say he's finished,
the only way
bro.
he could kill him is if he pulls out something with, like I said, like him fucking with a gay guy or something like that, and
So
fucking with a
trans-
trans, or
I've heard
fucking-
rumors of
or fucking with a child.
I've heard rumors of trans,
Literally, that's
That's not gonna happen.
or him at the Diddy parties.
Find out Drake is a pedophile.
Yeah,
Like, come on.
that
Hey.
would I think the whole industry would collapse, bro.
Drake at the
Yeah,
Diddy.
like come on.
Drake could have been at the Diddy parties. He might
Niggas will be
expose
saying
that.
no Aubrey.
No Drizzy, no Diddy, no Drizzy, nigga.
No Drizzy.
No Drizzy.
That's hard. No Drizzy.
Just saying, but
Hey,
yeah.
that's the new wave. No Drizzy.
We gonna see. I think at the end of the day, though, my opinion is I think that Drake can't lose this no matter what. But I feel you
That's
though.
fair.
If you want to just,
I'm excited, bro.
yeah,
When I heard when you were like, "Yo, check his Instagram," I was like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah.
I didn't know if it was just gonna be like trolling or whatever. I seen it was a record. I'm
Yeah.
like, "Oh,
nigga dropped the
shit."
whole record
Hold on,
on the.
while we talk
I'm
about
like,
this,
oh,
Troy, did you hear the? I don't know if you listen to Chris Brown like that, but did you hear Chris Brown diss Quavo?
yeah. He said
Nah.
he hit Sweetie while
Nah.
they were together.
That's an actual diss. To compare that
Yeah, but
to
this
the other
shit
shits.
Yeah, but I don't want to hear Chris Brown rap.
But shit, he can rap. People got to give him
I
his.
mean, yeah, it was cool.
I mean, as far as like
I'm not
artistry,
on- like, I'm cool. on
Listen, it was cool to listen to in terms of like hearing what he had to say.
Yeah.
But in terms of the
Yeah.
actual song itself, I'm not a
nah,
fan of Chris Brown
actual
rapping.
song. No.
No.
I mean, fan of a fan, I was, but that was a long
That was
ass time
10 years
ago.
that. Yeah, when I was like 16.
Yeah, bro.
Fan of a fan,
When
nigga
he
was spitting.
He was out round with Tyga and
Him
shit.
and Tiger was killing
Snapbacks
it.
and
Yeah,
tattoos.
bro. We're past that.
Wait. Since we on this, why Tiger ain't never responded to this nigga Drake yet? This nigga Drake been
I ain't
You
dissing
need
him
to
for
add
a
your
long
age and not
time.
your girl's age.
I'm not even gonna get into that. Anyways, Troy, go ahead and go about your day, bro. We're gonna go ahead and finish up our combo over here, my nigga. I appreciate you tapping in with us, dog.
Yes, sir.
Love you, dog.
Love you too.
Enjoy that California weather, my nigga.
Hey, get your Troy Blyden tees at TroyBlyden.com while he on the phone.
Facts.
Get your imperfect tees at TroyBlyden.com.
Oh, yeah, that.
You can get it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's not even available to purchase right now, but
But you gonna have
the
to run
website's up.
All right, bet. Run it back, bitch. All right, my boy.
Later, bro.
Peace out, doc.
Goddamn.
That was Troy, guys.
No, I'm just turning it back on. This one had cut off.
Oh, it cut off?
That was still good. Okay. Because remember, I don't have a third.
Facts. All right, well, as y'all can see, y'all heard it here first. Troy's thoughts. Jamaree's crawling on the floor right now.
Oh, shit. Boy, my back sweaty as hell. Boy, it got tense in this motherfucker. Boy, God. Nigga, I might need another shirt to go out.
Bro, Rick Ross's catalog.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Bro, literally, you could get rid of every Drake song, and this nigga still catalog is still wild, bro. That was just Triller, bro. He got a few songs. Let's see. I was just looking at this shit. Hold on, Rick Ross. Let's just say. So I was on Triller, but if you go deeper than rap, let's see, what's on this shit that I remember based off the name? Nothing off that. I had to listen to it. BMF, that shit was a hit. And then you had Aston Martin music that came out on that same tape. But like BMF was just as big as Aston Martin music. That's the crazy shit.
Nah, that's wild. I think Rick Ross don't get enough credit.
No, he's definitely an underrated rapper. Dice Pineapples, I forgot he did that song with Drake and Wale.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think, to me, Wale made that song more than Drake did.
He got some shit, bro. Anyways,
I don't know. Rick Ross, I'm gonna give him his credit. I won't say Drake made you. I think you played a huge role in him and Khaled.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. I kind of want to just say this, Kendrick, with this whole situation, Kendrick gonna have to do something crazy, really crazy to win this. Because as Troy just said on the phone, at the end of the day, Drake is the people's champ, bro. There's no way this nigga will lose this type of confrontation. He's just good at. He's just that guy. He's just that guy, bro.
I don't think he can. I'm not gonna say he can't win. I don't know how do I say it. He's gonna always look like he lost in the eye of the public because the public is backing Drake, and it doesn't matter what happens.
That's what I'm saying.
But as far as a real hip hop fan, Drake can lose still easily. As far as like we taking lyrics, he can still lose. So from the big eye, Drake's gonna win.
You're saying like if you take out all the noise from around it and just be like, all right, I got this song versus this song, these lyrics versus these lyrics.
Yep.
This nigga can still win.
Yep. If we going based off people that's truly just hip hop heads, not the little white boy, 13-year-old white boys that they can feel like, oh shit, you heard Drake. I
actually won't disagree with that.
Like that's how I see it. Cause I still think Kendrick could come back and ether this nigga. It's just how are you gonna do it, and you got to do it strategically.
Facts.
Like I don't put it past him, and that's not to say he ethers him, and then Drake's just like, well, shit, I don't got nothing. No, I think Drake still is gonna come back, and it's just gonna be a back and forth, and it's gonna be on some I don't like you after that.
Yeah.
And I think even now Kendrick could drop some shit, and it'll just be on some I don't like you. It may not be on some ether shit. It might be on some throw some more jabs at you. You throw some more jabs, like how they always been doing. Mm-hmm. But now they're direct. Like I don't know. I think there still could be a back and forth, even though Drake is trolling. Because Drake's trolling and Kendrick's serious. It's different.
Kendrick just not that type of person in that regard.
I don't think
he'll drop the verse, say his little shit, but in terms of like this whole back and forth thing,
I wonder where it went wrong. When did this nigga just like? I wonder what happened in this nigga's life to where he was like, "Yo, I don't want to write and drop music that often. I'm gonna wait like 4 or 5 years, drop some shit.
I think that's just
Cause he wasn't always like that. When Good Kid, Mad City came out, he wasn't like that.
Yeah, bro. You got to think. Eventually, of course, as he kind of grew into stardom, I'm sure he probably had thoughts about kind of that whole situation. Like when you become famous and shit, like, there's a whole lot of shit that comes to that. Now, it's kind of became like his aura, where it's like that is Kendrick. So it's like he's not out in the public eye. He doesn't he's not that guy who's posting on an Instagram story or anything like that. So that mystiqueness of him adds to the quality of his music as well.
Didn't he say in one? I don't think because he didn't do too many interviews, but I'm pretty sure he said some shit about like he stopped making music and dropping music because people didn't appreciate his music.
I don't remember that.
I've heard that, and I forgot where. It might have been a interview with Big Boy because that's one of the only interviews I can remember he did.
Yeah, I can't even. I don't even know the last interview that Kendrick even did.
Big Boy, I'm pretty sure. And
how long ago was that?
Shit, that was out there. Damn.
Okay, yeah. So I mean, if that was fucking 6-7 years ago, then.
But after that he stopped dropping music, and he said he doesn't drop music like that because people don't appreciate his work, and that's why he stopped. Like, for example, To Pimp a Butterfly, you say it's so great, but someone like me don't fuck with it. And I'm one of them people that don't appreciate his body of work because that was not good to me. But to you view it different. You like, yo, that shit was crazy.
Facts.
And I am one of those people that's like, it could have been better.
I don't know because he has such a large.
I mean, he only has
audience.
4 albums though.
He has such a large audience of people who show him crazy appreciation for his music. So I don't see how that would be a real thought that he has at this point.
I mean, he has a large audience, but I don't know. I don't know why.
Regardless of all this, though, I regardless of the whole Kendrick thing, and I want to give credit to Kendrick for what he got going on, but also, bro, you gotta give it up for Drake at the end of the day, bro, because this nigga does not hide. He does not run. People say all the shit we want about Drake, saying like, and I'm not trying to glaze. I swear I'm not. Like, please, this is not dick riding.
The thing is,
but slow down, hold up, just listen to me for a second. Let's be real. Drake does not hide, bro. He'll talk his shit. Like if niggas, he doesn't really even start shit either. If niggas start the shit with him, and then he'll come back and say what he says.
Can he hide and run? He's so big, he can't.
Bro, everybody technically, technically can kind of hide and run in a sense.
Drake can't. He Drake.
Bro,
you can't hide and run. You the biggest hip hop.
When I say hide in the world, when I say hide and run, what I'm trying to say is not him like he can just silence everybody. All I'm saying is like actually responding and addressing the situation every single time. He doesn't have to do that.
No, he doesn't. But
what is Kendrick doing right now?
He doesn't, but he has to, for the fact that, bro, all eyes are on this.
He really does not have to do that.
If he didn't, people would look at him and be like, okay, I'm good.
I don't think so.
I do.
Because there's so many. We're just talking about this whole.
For example,
we're talking about this whole battle rap shit right now, Jamaree. Hold up, listen, bruh. I'm telling you right now, there's been so much shit over the years that this nigga has not addressed or like has. You gotta think it's Drake, bro. So much shit comes up about him every single day. There's a new thing that comes up every fucking week about this nigga.
Not every day, but for example, I'll give you an example. If the Meek Mill shit happened, and Drake responded, for example, the Pusha T shit, the nigga stopped responding to Pusha, and people look at him different for that.
People look at Drake different.
Yes, because he stopped responding.
Bro, nobody looks at Drake different about that Pusha T situation.
They do. They count
that. You probably the only one.
No. People count that as an L. Because he stopped responding.
People counted the whole Drake thing as an L? Okay, so wait, all right. So let's look back.
They gave Drake an L in that beef.
Drake had what? Duppy Freestyle.
And Pusha T.
Had the story of Adidon.
And then
was there
I don't think Drake responded.
So I mean,
he ethered that nigga. He just said he couldn't say anything else.
So that's literally just going back from one to another. It's just two fucking diss songs.
But he couldn't respond.
He definitely could respond. The nigga revealed his son.
Yeah, that he ain't had no choice.
Yes, he pushed him into a corner. Mm-hmm. But he said, "Hey, this is what I got going on."
That's an L.
I'm not hiding my son. What do you say? I'm not hiding my son from the world. I was hiding the world from my kid. Whatever the fuck he said.
It's still an L. I made you put that nigga out there.
I do not consider,
because niggas was like, "Oh, you have a son? You did this? Oh shit, damn, I lost. You show y'all my son. That's a loss."
Okay, so let's say that was an L. Regardless, you got to give it up to Drake for actually like fighting.
I mean, I don't look at him, but see, when I think of Drake, I view him as he has to respond. Someone that doesn't look like I believe he has to respond to at least rappers that diss him. He has to respond.
If he has to respond, then I guess Drake has to respond. I mean, then I guess Kendrick has to respond.
Kendrick has to respond.
And Cole has to respond.
Well, Cole did.
And then he took that shit back.
Yeah, but he did it.
Nigga, it don't matter. He took it back.
But he did it. He didn't have to do it.
He clearly didn't want to do it.
He didn't want to, and he did it because people was in his ear like, "Yo, what you gonna say?"
Once you take it back, it doesn't. You didn't diss anybody.
No. But he did. But see, the thing is,
nothing happened.
But he put the song out, and then because people was pressuring him, like, oh, because they made him feel like he had to, which is what I'm talking about. Drake. People make Drake feel like he has to respond. So what does he do? He responds, and he eats that shit because he don't give a fuck because it's Drake. Cole, on the other hand, people made him feel like it, and he was like, nah, bro, this ain't me. Kendrick probably got people like, bruh, you got to respond. Kendrick like, nigga, I'm not responding to this goofy ass nigga. And he might, but he might not. You just never know. I don't know. I don't know how to look at it, but I feel like Drake has to respond to everybody that disses him. Unless you're irrelevant, like A$AP Rocky. He didn't respond to that nigga. He just didn't give a fuck.
He's not even really acknowledging it.
He didn't acknowledge that nigga.
He's not even really acknowledging Rick Ross either.
No, he's going back and forth. He went back and forth with him at the beginning, and he just kind of like
he's gonna go back and forth with the people who he feel like are gonna be significant.
Like The Weeknd, he went at The Weeknd, but The Weeknd hasn't said anything, and I doubt The Weeknd
he's
saying
gonna go back and forth with Kendrick because that's the narrative right now, and that's it. And then he'll throw some jabs at The
Weeknd.
No, Metro Boomin.
Oh, Metro, you know he gonna keep going at
and
Metro.
then, but reality is him and Future are technically beefing too, right? Mm-hmm. So if him and Future are beefing, then he's not gonna go back at him because Future he's like, what are we? I can diss Future. What is he gonna do? Out rap me? He's gonna out fucking auto tune me?
No, he's not gonna. Future's not really gonna say anything.
Exactly. There's nothing he can't say. So he's gonna go at the people at this point who we know that they're gonna be like, okay, you got to respond to me or I win in that situation. Nobody gives a fuck about Drake arguing with Metro Boomin like that, really, honestly.
Because Metro funny. Can't rap.
It's funny.
He just make beats.
Yeah, niggas like, shut the fuck up and make some drums. So that's literally just like, all right, bro.
That's
like,
it. That was the ether.
Yeah.
He ethered that nigga. He
So,
can't say shit but make music now.
At that point, there's nothing else really to say. So, but yeah, he's not going to go at Future because nobody's going to be like, what are you going to say back, Future? Nobody's going to say that. Who the fuck? If Drake dissed Future right now, I'm like, I don't give a fuck. What?
And Future don't give a fuck. Future chilling. He out here fucking somebody bitch right now.
Yeah, and good for him.
I don't give a fuck. I wouldn't give a fuck.
Yeah. Taylor Swift.
Basic ass white bitch.
Okay.
That's how I view her. Basic white girl.
You
that just so happens to be big at, I don't know. What about her?
Okay, let's set aside your opinion.
That's what I'm saying. What about her? What do you want to know about
her? She got niggas pushing their albums back.
They push their albums back because they want to, but nigga,
yes,
the basic. Oh wait, the crowd
they want to do it because of her.
But what I'm saying is Taylor Swift crowd, the people that listen to her music versus the people that listen to, I don't know, Kendrick Lamar music. They're not even the same lane. Niggas is still gonna listen to Kendrick. That listen to Kendrick.
Apparently not.
They still will. Nigga, ain't no 13-year-old white boy listening to fucking Taylor Swift over Kendrick.
There's got to be something that goes into that.
I think the only thing that goes into it would be the labels pushing one album more than another. That's it. Mm-hmm. That's literally the only the algorithm.
Well, yeah, because if Taylor is on top one week, you're not going to be on top if you drop that same week.
No. That's the only thing. You're not going to get a number one because of Taylor Swift. But other than that, the listeners are going to always be the same.
Okay, if that's the case, then why the fuck is Drake not dropping when Taylor drops?
Because he know he ain't gonna get a number one because she got so many people listening. He's smart. He know, hey, I'm trying to get number one, so I'm not gonna drop when she drop. I'm gonna wait, let her shit die down, then I'm gonna drop my shit because he want the number ones. It's tactical, which means I don't know. I look at it as it's smart from a business or an accolade standpoint. He's essentially stat padding. That's what you would call it in basketball. He's padding the stats because he knows when to do it and when not to do it. But if he dropped the same week as Taylor Swift, he would still do the same numbers. He just wouldn't get a number one because she'd be at the top. But at the weekend, and Taylor Swift dropped in the same day, I don't know who the fuck would get a number one, to be real with you. Their numbers are about the same.
What's up with your hate for Taylor Swift?
She's a girl that makes music. She's a white girl that makes music. She's a country like
She don't even do country. What are you talking about?
she do. But I don't give a fuck. She a white girl that make music.
Okay, what the fuck that guy do anything?
That's literally it. I don't like that shit.
You don't like when white girls make music?
No, I don't like. Me personally, I don't listen to girls that make music.
Nigga, I don't listen to Taylor Swift either.
I don't either. That's my point.
All I'm saying is, but why you be like, fuck that bitch?
I said it about everybody. Don't take it personal. I said it about everybody. Fuck that bitch. She be alright. I fuck with the Weeknd. Weeknd don't get credit, man. Cause Taylor Swift.
All right, man. I think we addressed everything we needed to today.
Yeah, we talked about Breezy.
We're gonna have to run this back. Listen, bro, I just got a message.
From who? Who you got a message from?
I got a message from. Apparently, Terrence is in town.
He's in town.
Yes.
Oh yeah, he was at St. Pete Beach. Cause
Check me out. Roberto sent me that, and I said,
call that nigga.
I said, I'm who?
Terrence.
Oh, Terrence. Let's see if he answers.
Put that nigga on the shit. This weak ass nigga, man.
He didn't know we were filming today.
I know, cause we wasn't playing.
Yeah.
It was just some. Hey, let's do it.
Cause I was like, he's I forgot he's in Puerto Rico this weekend.
No, that nigga at St. Pete Beach.
Let's call this nigga. Can you hear?
Uh-huh. He be like, what up, bro?
This nigga gonna answer.
Why T said he was going?
Tonight? Yeah, he said he was going. He responded in the group chat.
That's crazy.
Okay, he ain't even answering the phone.
That's crazy.
Oh, let me call one more person.
Who you calling?
You gonna see?
Screen recorded.
Bitch, this nigga ain't even answering the motherfucking phone.
Who was it?
Farnham.
Oh, I'm dead. Bro, he don't never answer the phone.
Bitch, he always answer the phone for me.
Shit, he'll never answer the phone for me. He'll call me back 2 days later.
I'm like, what is this nigga doing?
Or he'll call me back, talk to me for a 1 minute max, and be like, all right, bro, I'm going to call you back about to do da-da-da-da.
Bruh, I swear, I'll be like, nigga, hold up. You call, I'll be like, bro, you call me, nigga. Don't try to rush me off. All right, bro, I got to go. Nigga.
You call me.
You call me, bitch. No, I got to go. Fuck out of here.
You know you said we was going to record for 30 minutes, nigga. We've been going for an hour.
That's why I was like, all right, let me chill. Well, we here, man.
Shit, we had Troy. We had a guest. We had Troy on the show.
All right, bro.
Well, he's not really a guest, but he is at this point.
All right.
Right about now.
Nah, facts. Well, with that being said, thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Payday Off Podcast.
Woo! That hen dog hit different.
I appreciate y'all tuning in.
God damn.
This was a doozy of an episode. We're not even gonna label this episode. This is just like a side thing. But
A little side quest.
but we appreciate you guys tuning in. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Follow us at Payday Off Podcast. Follow me at Roy Motives. Jamaree at
Sincere Poppy.
and just like that, we are out.